Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Yooka-Laylee. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part number 2. And we're going on to Tribalstack Tropics, like I promised. And actually, I just realized that yeah, the load screens are going to be fairly long because I have it on my external hard drive, not on the actual PS5 hard drive. Anyway, here we are in Tribalstack Tropics. And if you go down here from the start, you find a Ghost Rider. Ghost Riders are we, this book we made. Free all 5 and a treasure will trade. Capturing 1 ghoul, impressive indeed. But to free us all, new tactics you'll need. Alright. Ow. And then over here, there's another Ghost Rider. Though I think this is intended to be the first one you find, since the Ghost Rider talking box is the green one. But the Ghost Riders are basically the Jinjo equivalents here, but each one has some unique ability. The yellow one is the basic Jinjo, but as you can see, the green one there, it'll like try to avoid you and run away and you need to catch it. Gosh, I seem to have gotten myself into a pot of bother. Get it? Boy, no need for name calling. Well, let's see what's going on with Clara the Pop. And here the nice variation of the level theme. Now, one thing is with this game is they do have some variations of the level themes, just like the Banjo games had multiple variations of that, but one thing I really wish they did was have more of them, because the worlds are just a lot larger, so that means that the level variants don't get used as much, and most of the time it's just the main level theme. She's looking a bit malnourished. Cripes, thank goodness you're here. I've been kidnapped by these things, and they're going to cook me. If they're hungry, they'll need a character a bit more fleshed out than you, love. Gosh, it seems you just can't be a world-class explorer these days without being cooked and eaten. Help me escape and I'll reward you with a pagey. But be quick, my captors will be back any minute with their condiments. Alright. Don't worry, miss. We'll get you out of there. Ugh. Step away from Pop, strange dinosaur. Oh boy. The one thing that is lacking, though, is there isn't that much enemy variety here. There's mostly just the basic enemies. Ugh, lizard and bat go good with skeleton soup, add much body. But one thing they did, I think, to compensate for not having as much enemy variety is these basic enemies, they get their own designs each time. Like in each world, it's a different design. Looks like dinner's canceled. Oh, thank you, kind wizard. You have my eternal gratitude. Those brutes took a real beating, but I have a feeling they'll be back. Can you feel it in your bones? Please take your reward. You earned it. Alright. See that entrance back there? Come back when you've expanded the tropics for a new expedition. Yeah. And now, this goes back to the budget issue. Like, you would think after rescuing Clara, there would be some animation of her getting out of the pot. But no, she just stays in there for the rest of the game. Just weird. And that was the first reference to world expansion, and I'll get into that later. It looks like you found enough quills for my first move. Stop by my office for a fantastic offer. I will, Trouser, eventually. First, though, it's race time. Oh, you look like a racy pair. Hello, this is Laylee and I'm Yooka. Who might you be? I'm Nimble and I like the look of you two, I must say. How about we see who is most racy, you know, in a race around my course. We're game for anything that involves a pagey. What do you think, Yooka? Sure. Sure thing, Nimble. Let's race. Cloud-based racing. How next gen? Here we go, strap yourselves in. One lap, first through all gates wins. Go. Yeah, now this is the hardest possible version of this race, because I don't have any stamina extenders, so you really gotta go after the butterflies that are present here in the course. Like I just missed. Because, yeah, once you, like, get past, it's really hard to get back. Though, I will say it's better this way than if there's a bunch of stupid rubber band AI in it, I'd say. But still, it is annoying. Ha! Managed to beat her yet. I think Nimble's female. Impressive, I can't believe you finished ahead of me. Yeah, hand over the pagey candy floss features. Oh yes, of course, to the victor goes the spoils. You pair earned it. Alright, now, I get what they were going for. It's like Nimble rains out the pagey, you know, because she's a cloud, but it does look like she's kind of pooping it out. Which maybe they wanted a double entendre like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, here's Vendi. Hey kids, what can I get ya? One please. One tonic? You've gotta present your company-approved ID card first, kid. Ivory Tower's employees only. Ah yes, about that. My bat friend here ate mine. Tell you what, I'll let you off just this once. We're all friendly colleagues, after all. Yes, friendly colleagues. The name's Vendi. I assume you're familiar with my game-modifying tonics. Remember, each tonic you equip makes a big change to your rules of work. You need to complete a challenge to unlock each one, and no messing around, only one tonic equipped at a time. Come see me when you want to swap them out. Yeah, so there's a bunch of various ones. Gotta collect 5 pages, defeat 100 enemies, 10 pages in Ivory Towers, stun 30 enemies, beat Rextra's high score on 3 arcades, collect 10 Ghost Riders, defeat 10 underwater enemies, collect 300 quills, find 2 health or power extenders, collect 15 Ghost Riders, finish the story, defeat 10 inept enemies, finish the story. You're gonna have to figure out how to unlock this one yourself. And collect every pagey in the game to unlock it. And then there's the 64-bit tonic, which is just unlocked by default, though it wasn't present when the game launched. It took them like 2 years, I think, to add it in. And in case you're wondering what that does, that tonic should help your day job. And I get a trophy for doing the tonic, but just it makes everything like low texture and that sort of thing. But Yooka-Laylee have their own unique models, which are like 64 polygonal models, and that's because that was a patch they made after they made these models for Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. They brought them back to this game. Though, funnily enough, the 64-bit tonic is free in this game, but if you want the 64-bit models in the Impossible Lair, you need to buy their tonic DLC to get them. Go figure. I'm probably gonna do some of the stuff in the game with the 64-bit tonic on, but not right this moment. Though, when you do put the normal game back on, it does give you a much better appreciation for the graphics. Anyway, I'm just gonna get a bunch of the quills around here. Oh yeah, and then there's stuff here yet too. And something interesting is that you can actually stop directly on the slopes. A bit weird, but it does come in really handy. Anyway, I'm just wanting to get a bunch of quills and then talk to Trouser. Well, if it isn't my old mates, please step right into my office. What office? Looks more like a crumbly old temple to me. Ah, yes. Pay no attention. Top designers are on the case. Awards winners. Classy stuff. Anyway, I take it you're here for some of Trouser's famous advanced maneuvers. Yes, please. We could really do with some new moves, Trouser. Smashing. Just for you, my good pals, I'll teach you a real boss slammer for just 30 quills. A bargain. Hold on, I thought we had a deal. We unlock worlds, you give us freebies. My free moves apply only in Ivory Towers, I'm afraid. In the Tome worlds, it's business as usual. let me know which product you're after and we'll fill out the required forms. Alright, so there's Sonar Shot and Slurp Shot and Buddy Slam. I'll be getting all of them, but I guess go for Sonar Shot. Shoot super Sonar Shots to show secrets. Yeah, they did try to put as many S's in their descriptions, it seems, as possible. And this is Trousers Worldwide Incredible Traders, or TWIT for short. Top choice, are you sure this is the move you're after? Yes, sir. We're ready to learn, Trouser. Smashing. This next move I use to defeat the World 3 boss. A tricky encounter, that one. Yeah, right. You can't even dress yourself properly. To use Sonar Shot, simply use Triangle to have my purple pal fire devastating blasts of sonar energy. Sounds cool. Anything else, Worm Boy? You can fire at enemies to stun them or activate sonar totems to uncover invisible objects. But watch it, chaps. Every shot drains your power bar. Now, will you be needing my 18th month insurance plan? You never know, you might have forgotten this move by next week. We're alright, thanks. Serpent Senpai, now that's a funny name for a trophy. Come back soon, you'll definitely need these moves to find your book. And now, it's funny that Trouser mentions, like, you might forget the moves, because there's this moves info screen which handily will list all the moves you have unlocked. And that really helpful, but this wasn't there at launch. They added it in a patch. So at launch, you really might have forgotten all your moves and needed the insurance. Who knows? Yeah, I will do the 64-bit tonic just briefly. I don't want to do it that much, because it's kind of... I mean, it's fun. Like, I've played the whole game through with just the tonic, but it is a bit weird, and it does break some stuff or make other stuff look just absolutely awful. Like, get a load of the pagey piece here. And what are you supposed to be? I'm a pagey piece. I got torn up by capital B's enforcers and thrown in this jungle. My other pieces have been scattered nearby. Please find my other 3 pieces and I'll be whole again. You poor thing, don't worry, we'll reunite you with yourself. I thought this was supposed to be a modern game, Yooka. Collectibles used to come in one piece. Yeah. And, like, some of the stuff they didn't even make low texture or low quality at all. Like, look at how good the quills still look, even with this. It's just the filter on them. Really. Which is weird. But I guess they weren't really trying to make it a full-fledged sort of thing, more of just a novelty, you know? Like, I want to get a load of how good the pagey piece looks. Boy. I'm the second pagey piece. 2 more to go. Oh. Ooh, and the introduction of the guys with hats. Those are really tough because they take 2 whole hits to defeat instead of 1. Anyway, here you can see for a moment the Ghost Rider there. And to get the blue one, you need to do that. But look at how absolutely awful the Ghost Rider looks. when you're using the 64-bit tonic. It's just a bit absurd. I'm the third pagey piece. One more to go. Whoa. It's weird how the bush is like shaking with me in it. Huh. Anyway, there it is. Wow, that's all of them. Now come back and assemble me. You found all my pieces. Finally, I'm free. Not for long, Goldie. And there's the pagey. Hey, it looks like you found enough pages to expand the world. Not doing that. Meet me at the Grand Tome entrance when you're ready, and I'll explain some more. I could do it and expand, but I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Anyway, time to turn that off. The one thing I will say about the 64-bit tonic is that since you can't actually equip any tonics like from the title screen or anything, that means if you wanted to play the whole game in the 64-bit tonic, you can't. Because the first whole section of the game, you always gotta play in high definition. Just a bit weird. But again, though, going back to you can climb on anything, you can climb on the sides of the game world, which are clearly meant to just be a wall so you don't accidentally roll off, and you can climb up them. And in here, there is a secret pirate treasure. Whoa, Laylee, check out this mysterious pirate treasure. I wonder if there's more to find in the other Grand Tomes. I wonder. And now, the deal with the pirate treasure is they unlock one tonic. That one that said it was a secret to unlock, that's what they unlock for you. But, like, it seems more like they were also going for, like, a stop and swap sort of thing with the pirate treasures. Like, maybe in another game they would be unlock something if you had save data from Yooka-Laylee in there. But no, they didn't do anything in Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair if you had them, and who knows if or when Yooka-Laylee ever comes out, if they'll even bother doing anything with them. And anyway, here's another weird, like, interior area without anything in it. So maybe the level designers just built a bunch of areas in the levels that, oh, maybe they'd like to hide something in. But, like, the actual people in charge of placing stuff into the worlds just never bothered to use them? I don't know. It's weird. And yeah, you can kind of jump around or just tank a hit, honestly. That's probably the easiest move to get through the fire and the flames. And then you go up here, and there's a big fat nothing up here. Though at least with this, it does have an explanation, because this is where the boss fight is. But you can't fight the boss yet because you need to expand the world. And I can't even get the quills up there. And yeah, the world expansion mechanics, I'll go in more depth, but I don't think they were fleshed out nearly as good as they could have been. And because, like, it's basically they wanted you to, like, explore a smaller sized world and then explore a larger world, like, by choosing to expand the existing world to get more stuff in it. But you can also go on to another world. So, like, they wanted you to choose between expanding and exploring more of the current world or going on to the next world and doing that. And, like, yeah, it could work, but the world expansions really are just certain areas of the level are cut off or blocked off or whatever, or just don't exist at all. And then once you expand the world, they magically spawn in those areas. And it's like, well, why not just do something more with them? Like, either not bother and just have the bigger worlds to start with, which I think would be a bit overwhelming. But these worlds, this world already unexpanded, is absolutely massive. And so, I don't know, like, if they were gonna expand the worlds, I would have had them do something different. Like, change the time of day, change the aesthetics, change the scenery. Like, maybe make it fall here instead of this more summer look. That would have been cool for the expansion, but they didn't do it. But they, in Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, they did kind of do a world expansion mechanic, sort of, where the levels change considerably, and each level has 2 different variants. So maybe they could, if they do keep the world expansion mechanic, which I do hope if Yooka-Laylee ever comes out, they do keep the mechanic, that they change it up to be more better than just cutting it out entirely. And by the way, going up there, there's nothing, because the tower here, that's only in the expansion of the world. Just a bit ridiculous, I think. And the thing is, too, with the expansion, like, if you go in the map, or in this pause screen, it says 25 and 200 quills, and all the other stuff, but you can't get all the other stuff, because you can't even get 25 pages or 200 quills, because some of them are only available in the expanded world. So a really simple but excellent quality of life change they could have done is just have the totals be what it is for the unexpanded world, and then not update it to the current numbers until you expanded the world. That's something they could have done too. And, like, even in the unexpanded world, there's certain pages you can't even collect until you come back later. Like, for example, this pool of water, there's a pagey under there, but you need to move from World 3 to even access it. So why not just keep all the stuff that required backtracking in the expanded version of the worlds? I don't know. Because that could have been a good compromise, like have smaller Banjo-Kazooie styled worlds initially, but then with the expansions have like Banjo-Tooie styled worlds that are like all interconnected and that sort of thing. Would have been nice, but that's not what they did. But anyway, get a load of this woman, the octopus lady. We will speak to her and find out her deal in the next part. So, like and subscribe if you want. I promise I won't rant as much about the expansion mechanics in the next part. So, see you then.